Hey there everyone, this is Kim Sky here and let's quickly play some Clue. This is mostly just a system check. I try to figure out some programs I'm going to use and how I'm going to do this. So yeah, I don't know, this can be pretty boring, but meh. Clue's always been one of my favorite board games. It's very fun when you play it with friends and stuff like that. Oops, no. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, next player. Computer, next player. This peacock. Start the game. Okay, now let's look our cards. There are Colonel Mustard, Mr. Green, Dining Room, Ballroom, and Library. Okay. Let's start the game. So yeah, I think I should first explain the rules of the game. First, you throw a dice and try to get to these rooms that are shown in the board. When you get the room, you can interrogate, accuse person, and well, the goal of this game is mostly just try to figure out who killed Doctor or Mr. Black Pepper or something. I can't remember the name of the guy who killed him, but yeah, let's roll our die, and we got 6. Try to get the ballroom. Well, you'll see when the game goes on. First, I thought that I try to call my brother and we'd play some with him, but yeah. Okay, now he got the room, he got the dining room, and he is suggesting that Mrs. White killed the guy in dining room and used the rope. Mrs. White was in the study. Okay, and now we got some new information. Now we know that Mrs. Green was in study room, and not in a dining room. So she still can be killer, and she still can use rope. But we know now that she didn't do it in dining room. Okay, now let's see. I think I'll say Professor Plum used knife in ballroom. And now we see how the things are. Okay, now we know that the rope wasn't used in a dining room, and it may be used in ballroom. We still don't know who was in ballroom and who did what. Yeah, and from these cards we know now that Colonel Mustard, Mr. Green, Colonel Mustard or Mr. Green can't be murderer, and it cannot be done in dining room, ballroom, or library. I have pretty bad cards because I have no idea about weapon, but this yeah, I now have a pretty good way of determining of who or where people did it. So I can go to ballroom, dining room, or library and start accusing people. Now we know that there was no weapon in conservatory, so it helps us because no one could murder anyone in conservatory. That divides out 4 of the rooms. Okay, lounge, knife, and Mrs. White. The knife was not in lounge. It doesn't mean that there was no weapon there. Okay. Let's wait for Colonel Mustard to throw a die. And now you see I can use the secret passage to go to lounge. So I think I may do that. Here we go. Now I can do again some accusations. Hold on. Who did I have? I had Mr. Green, so I can safely accuse myself and check if there was a revolver. Because I know I wasn't the murderer. Okay, something. Okay, I was in a conservatory, but that didn't help us at all. Dang. Okay, I can end my turn. Well, lounge is very popular, it seems so. Candlestick lounge. Okay. This is... Okay, there's no one in lounge. Okay, we can count lounge out from our rooms of stuff. Let's see. Why is he going to conservatory? That doesn't help at all. Okay, something was in the hall. Knife was in the hall. Okay. Let's see. What rooms do we have? We have billiards room. We have hall. We have something. Study, I think. Mrs. White did not have rope. Okay, so she had some kind of weapon, but it was not a rope. Let's see. We know that murder couldn't happen in library. It couldn't happen in observatory. It couldn't happen in ballroom. Not in dining room or in lounge, I think. Yeah. There was a knife in hall. We know nothing about billiard room. We know nothing about kitchen or study. So I think I'll try to get to hall and figure out what there is. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Dang. Well, that doesn't really matter. Do I have something to speed this thing up? No. Dang. Okay, he went to ballroom. Well, Mrs. White is now bombarded with the accusations. Okay. Miss Scarlet was in the ballroom, so she couldn't be the killer. Okay. I may have something to accuse now. I may have a small idea about stuff that happened. Colonel Mustard was in... So... Okay. Colonel Mustard may had some weapon, but it was not a rope. Okay. Now I roll. This is the way I roll. Okay, I'll try Mrs. White. And a knife. Because we now know the knife was in the hall. And now we have to see where Mrs. White was. No, damn. Okay. It may have been someone else than Mrs. White. I don't know. Oh, he interrogates someone. It cannot be Mrs. Scarlet, but yeah. The ballroom was filled with the echoes of parties long since dead. Miss Scarlet laughed as she fixed her make-up and hair. She quickly caught the rope. Wait! I'm certain it could not have been the rope. I have a proof. Yeah, and I have proof too that it couldn't be the ballroom. Because I just rule. Okay. Colonel Mustard went to lounge, and again she accuses the Mrs. White. It couldn't be lounge because I think there was no weapon here. Okay, now we know the weapon that Mrs. White had, but we now know that she wasn't in the hall. And yep, I still try to roll something. Should I go to study? Oops, something happened. My bad. But yeah, I think I'll cut this up here, and we'll